Okay, so that doesn't work, but it's still kind of interesting. It may tell me the difference between, I don't know. So there's another one which definitely works. So we'll do the one that definitely works. Because I want to see if it's going to have the same effect. Goes into here, to here. And that should be it. Let's have a look. That's cool. So I just want to see what happens. Yeah, that is a one tick pulse, isn't it? And yeah, somehow I managed to get exactly the same effect from this. Sorry. Oh, not that. Actually, that isn't the same effect, is it? Hmm. Alright, let me think about this again then. I'm kind of running out of space, I've done so much here. This thing is funny though, isn't it? It just turns it on and it doesn't go off when it's like this. I guess because this is powering this block, isn't it? It goes off again though. Yeah, I wasn't intending on even focusing on this, but this is kind of interesting. Yeah, because if you power... Can it take the power from the other side? I don't think it can. Yeah, no, of course it can. I need to do some more work on repeaters as well, because I still don't get them caught properly. I do find this thing quite weird though. Yeah, it just doesn't turn off, does it? That is such an interesting thing. I don't know what it means, that. But there must be a way to turn it off somehow. Maybe there's not, I don't know. Whereas this has got the locked repeater thing. I haven't actually seen that. If we do that next to a repeater... Yeah, maybe I have seen it. Actually, it's probably just not that different from it. No, it's different from that. And it is locked, isn't it? Let me just check this thing. There is a section of repeater locking here. This is a comparator section. Eventually, once I fly around here enough, I'll already start remembering these sections. I mean, it should just be looking one repeater going to the other. If I can find it. I don't think it was this far. Right. Yeah, this setup was interesting. Yeah, that is a cool setup, that. Because you have to always remember that. The repeater just goes straight into... Right. It only goes into the dust. Here. Yeah. If it's got a transmission block to go through. If it's got a block that can power it. Yeah. Okay. And that's actually how you would take a signal down, isn't it? Because where would you put this? Yeah, you could do something like that, couldn't you? And then what you would do is just... Yeah, that's actually an interesting way of transferring the signal down, isn't it? But anyway, let's not focus on that. I wanted to... I can't seem to find the... Here we are. So you can use either repeater or comparator to lock it. Alright, there's not much to that really. So what was I saying here? So it's still interesting because how this gets a one tick pulse is kind of... You see, what's interesting is this repeated behaviour really reminds me of this torch behaviour. Look how long that torch is off for. It's weird that. You know what it is? It's because the whole circuit is turned off, isn't it? It unlocks. I'm convinced that it's not actually what's going on with this circuit. So yeah, I will look at more one tick pulses and the difference in pulse length and stuff, but maybe not here. Because what's actually going on with this door is not the same, I don't think. Actually, it is the same, isn't it? So it is important to look at it. Yeah, because you see, if it was getting a longer pulse, the reason it's doing the back and forth thing is because it's retracting before the pulse, before it could extend properly, I think. So it's why you get this sort of behaviour that we actually want. But why is that happening here? It's to do with the way the signal propagates through a repeater, isn't it? Let's just do it. But say we do like another thing here. Yeah, it's difficult to really... Because this is the thing, right? This button... It's already finished. That's what I don't get. It's already finished. So it extends. So we know this must take at least 1.5 ticks, right? This is only on 1 tick. So this must be 2 ticks, right? So it looks like it's... I mean, that's the only place it could be. All right, let's get rid of this. Okay, so we've got something like this. It's going to go into the repeater. And then into here. And then the piston's going to come out, right? The piston... Yeah, it's literally pushed next to the repeater. And it's like this. Sorry, it's like this. But when you do that, let me just extend the signal strength, so I just check the order. Huh. So basically, the extension, it seems to be... So what? So 3 ticks. 2 ticks. And then go back to 4. So we turn it on. It's not going to get. Yeah, you see, once you turn it on, the thing which I don't really get is why the piston is extending already as soon as I turn it on, because there should be a huge delay. What I might actually do is just going to move this back one. I want to see the delay a bit longer. Okay, so when it goes out, so this piston is immediately pulled out. Yeah, so we push it, it immediately pushes the block out. Then when the repeater comes back, it comes back in, right? Yeah, that's it. That's all that happens. So when I push the lever, it's going to immediately pull the piston back in, and then it's going to push the wait a minute. I'm going back to this thing now. So the ones that I said were obvious were these two. But this one, is it this one that's being used? Yeah, so that is 2 away, isn't it? So let me just check 1, 2. So a state change in this will how do I get a state change in that? With this. Not like that though. Do it like this. Yeah, I don't like this because it does. That's what that one does. What's another good way to get state change in the sideways torch? Could do something like that, couldn't I? You know, I kind of know. Yeah, if I did it like that, then I wouldn't need to do it like what I'm doing here. So that's all it is. It's just, but it's on the same plane though. It would actually be. Wouldn't it be here? Yeah, so people 1, 2. Yeah, it doesn't actually affect that one. So why, when I turn this, what I'm getting at is when I turn this off, this piston still extracts, doesn't it? I would expect when I turn this off for nothing to happen, but this piston retracts, and then this piston just stays there, but it doesn't. It extends for some reason, and I don't see why. Yeah, that's the question. So why is it extending here? Oh, it's simple, isn't it? It's because this block is powered. Yeah, because this wouldn't work. That is the same place. And we've already established the only ones that work from this set are the ones that go like that or like that. And I'm pretty sure they're the only ones, aren't they? There's a funny thing about the orientation that I think I worked out. So if we get one across and one down. Oh no, it was that one. Just want to get all the ones that are not definitely adjacent. Yeah, but it's still on this sort of plane, isn't it? Well, these actually are adjacent. No, these are the adjacent ones. Yeah. And there'll be that one underneath, and then that one. So let's not do the adjacent ones, like I say. That one. Do I actually include those ones? Yeah, it's just that 4 pattern around it. Yeah, the orientation I've done kind of wrong here. Well, it's a different orientation. Either way, though, none of them are on the same level here. Alright, so that is... Okay. So that is powered. So we power it on. This powers... Okay, we power on. This sets both these lines in motion, right? So this piston immediately pushes this forward. As soon as this piston gets hit, it immediately pushes the block forward. When the repeaters catch up, it retracts it. Then then we have another pulse. So we give it. So that's what we're at. Then when we do it off, when we go to the back to off, this immediately gets a pulse, so this immediately retracts it, and then and then because this block is getting powered by this, it extends the piston, and then once this block stops getting powered because it's off, then it retracts the piston. Okay, that was just an idea. It's actually sometimes it's easier just to see things from that sort of perspective. Okay, so we don't need any of this. So how's this working? Well, when I click it, we got this on. Got this on 4. So yeah, if I did a lever, it's do the same thing. And that's why it works, isn't it? Because you're getting the combination of all those factors. It pushes the piston out, it immediately extracts. When the repeater let's just I'm getting there. Right, so it immediately extracts. Yeah, and then when the repeater, once the repeater turns off the torch, and the torch changes state, yeah, you can see that. So turn it on immediately, it's going to immediately extract the piston, and then only a few ticks later, it retracts it because the torch has gone to off. So let's just look what happens in the proper one. There are some differences here though. Because what you notice is that the first time it looks like a 1-tick pulse, and then the second time it doesn't. Anyway, that'll do for now. Thanks for watching.